Good morning, students. Today we are going to move the last chapter's last and very easy part, which is probability. Few centuries ago, gambling and gaming was considered to be fashionable and became widely popular among many men. As the games became more complicated, players were interested in knowing the chances of winning or losing a game from a given situation. In the chances of winning or losing, in 1654, Chevalier de Marie, a French nobleman with taste of gambling, wrote a letter to one of the prominent mathematicians of the time, who is Blaise Pascal. I think you know Pascal. Okay, it is related to what? Physics. Okay, seeking his advice about how much divided he would get for a gambling game played by paying money. Pascal worked this problem mathematically but thought of sharing this problem and see his good friends and mathematician Pierre de Fermat could solve. Okay, so probability is nothing but chance of winning or losing. This is called probability. Chance of this or that. The word chance is closely related to probability. Okay. Now we are going to do a random experiment. A random experiment is an experiment which the set of all possible outcomes are known. Okay. The all outcomes will be known by us and the exact outcome is known. Exact outcome is not known. That is, we don't know what is the exact outcome, but we know all the possible outcomes. Okay, let us see how to do it. Tossing a coin, rolling a die, selecting a card from a pack of 52 cards. So these three things can be an example for random experiment. So what is a sample space? Sample space means the set of all possible outcomes in a random experiment is called a sample space. Okay, the set of all outcomes. Okay, let us toss a coin. In Indian money, the coin will have head and tail. Okay, if you toss a coin, then what will happen? You will either get head nor get tail. So you will get either H nor T. But any one only you will get, but the sample space will be H comma T. Because only you can get head or tail. Other than that, you cannot get anything. Okay, generally it is denoted by yes. The sample space is generally denoted by yes. Example, when we roll a die, the possible outcomes are the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of the die. Okay, the die has 6 numbers, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 respectively. Therefore, the sample space is nothing but yes equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Sample space means all the possible outcomes. If you roll a die, some of the other numbers should be on the top. That is, when the rolling finished, the some number will be at the top, no? So let us take this is 3. Okay, if I roll a die, I got 3. Then the sample space means all the possible outcomes. I am again and again telling you because this is very important. Okay, sample space means all the possible outcomes, and but my outcome will be only one. My exact outcome will be only one. Okay, so that only they say a random experiment can give the set of all possible outcomes and not the exact known outcome. That is, we don't know the exact. Suppose I roll a die not before your eyes, then how can you know it was 3? So you can guess that it should be either 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, any of the 6 numbers. Because all the set of outcomes, possible outcomes are these, then any one of these should be the answer. Like that you should think. Okay. Next we have another topic, sample point. Each element of a sample space is called a sample point. Okay. For example, we can take the dice. Okay. So when we roll it, the sample space is nothing but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, each one, that is the 1 is called a sample point, 2 is called another sample point, 3 is called another sample point. Okay, so like that every element in the sample space is called as sample point. Tree diagram will say the next topic. Tree diagram allows us to visually all possible outcomes of the random experiment. Each branch in a tree diagram represents a possible outcome illustration. You can see a die is there and we have drawn 6 arrows from it and we have proved 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. These are all the possible outcomes from that die. Any other number cannot be there. 7 cannot be there, 0 cannot be there, 8 cannot be there. Okay, only till 1 to 6 will be there on the dice and any one will be the outcome when we throw the dice. When we throw a die, then from the tree diagram, the sample space can be written as S equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You should write it in a set. Okay, already you have learned about sets and functions in the first chapter. So the sample space can be written as a set. Okay, when we toss 2 coins, then from the tree diagram, the sample space can be written as, okay, simultaneously we are tossing, okay, or at the same time if you are tossing, both are same only, simultaneously or at the same time. If you toss 2 coins, then the possible outcomes, that is the sample space, will be H. Either the 2 coins will have head and head, or head and tail, or tail and head and tail and tail. Only the 4 possible outcomes are there. Okay, any of these will obviously or surely it will come. Okay. Next we are going to see probability of an event. Event means something is happening. What is that event? Let us see. In a random experiment, let S be the sample space and E is what? A perfect, a proper subset, okay, of yes. So then if E is an event, the probability of the occurrence of E is defined as P of E, probability of occurrence, they will say. That is, what is the chance for that to happen? Okay, let us see an example. I'll tell you. Okay, today it is a sunny day. Okay, imagine today is a sunny day. Obviously it is sunny, but imagine it is a sunny day. But if the weather report says today there will be heavy rain, then what will you think? You will think as if they have gone mad, because the heat is so much and they are telling that it is going to rain heavily. Then what is there to believe in it? So the probability of raining is nothing but 0. 0 means it will never happen. Never means what time we say, that time it will never happen, like that. Okay, always you keep in mind the probability's value will be either 0 or 1 or between 0 and 1. Okay, the number of outcomes favorable to occurrence, E, and number of all possible outcomes. So if we throw a dice, the possibility to get 3 is nothing but 1, because the outcome is nothing but denoted by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We should, if we want 3, you should not write 3 here, because you have only one outcome with you. You want only this outcome, so you should put 1 here. Then the all possible outcomes is nothing but 6. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so you have 6 outcomes and 1 you are favorable. That is, you want 3. So the possible outcome is nothing but 1 by 6, we say. That is n of E by n of S. N of E is number of favorable outcomes. Okay, then number of all possible outcomes. What are the possible outcomes you should check on, and what you want you should keep in mind. So put that in the numerator and then put the all possible outcomes in the denominator, then write the answer 1 by 6. Okay. So let us move on to the exercise 8.3. First question, write the sample space for tossing 3 coins. Okay, we are going to write the sample space for tossing 3 coins. In Indian rupee or else in any other country's coin will be only 2-sided. But in Indian coin we have head and tails. For that for representing that we use H and T respectively. Okay, so when we toss 3 coins, how will we draw the tree diagram they are asking? Okay, the first, this is the outcome of the first coin. Okay, these two are the only outcomes of the first coin, because when you toss a coin you should get either head nor tail. So put the head and tail separately. Then what you will do, after completing this, you will move on to the next one. Okay, but you should keep in mind that these two are different. That is, either this can happen nor this can happen. Both cannot happen at the same time or at the different time. Only one can happen. For that you should write it in a separate format. So suppose you believe that we have got H, that is one head. Okay, keep it aside. Then the second coin you will toss. Okay, when you toss the second coin, you will get either head nor tail. Okay, so imagine you got head here. Okay, after first head you have got second head, then you are going to the third one. So again you have two options, head or tail. You will get either one. But after that we should not go, because we should only toss 3 coins. So till that you can stop. Okay, till the third coin's answer you should not write. You can stop till the space given, that is sample space given for the third coin. Then again, if you get head in the second coin, then it is okay. But if you get tail in the second coin, what you will do? Then again you will toss the third coin. Okay, these are the possible outcomes. What and all outcomes you can get, I am telling you. So if you get tail, then what you will do? Again go to the third coin and you have two options, head and tail. Any one will be coming and you will close the tossing. Then okay, leave all these. But if you get the tail in the first toss, what will you do? Again you should start with the second one. So you have two options, H and T. Then what you will do, if you get, imagine you have got H, then what you will do, you will again go to toss the third coin. It is H. You will get two options, which is head and tail, and you will get either one. Again, if you got tail in the second coin, then what you will do, again toss the third coin and you will have two options, again H and T. Either one will be coming. So these are the tree diagram, that is a possible outcomes of tossing 3 coins. Okay, then second question, find the sample space for the selecting 2 balls from a bag containing 6 balls numbered 1 to 6. Okay, a bag, okay, imagine a bag contains 6 balls, namely 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It is numbered like that, named like that. So you have to draw nothing but tree diagram you should draw. Okay, write the sample space for the selecting 2 balls. Okay, only if we are selecting these 2, but we don't know what are the 2 numbers. Okay, randomly, if your eyes are tied up and if you are leaving the hand in that bag and you are selecting 2 balls, then you don't know what are the 2 balls. So what is the sample space for that, they are asking. Sample space is what you can write. First, when you take the first ball as 1, numbered 1. Okay, if you leave the hand inside and take a ball, when the number is 1, then you go to the second ball. You will again leave the hand in the bag. What you will do, you will take another ball. But here I am not giving the exact outcome, because it can be anything. I can't guess after it. First one I am guessing and second one I am leaving. Then again, when the first ball is 2, then the possible outcomes in the next ball will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then if the first ball you took is now numbered as 3, then you will have the second ball's outcomes, that is all possible outcomes, as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then fourth one, 2, the same. 5 and 6 also the same. Okay. Then all the possible sample space will be written like this only. I told you sample space is nothing but a set before itself. Okay. So you should write it in the type of a set. How to draw the curly braces. Okay, open curly braces and closed curly braces. Then put all the numbers in between that. That is how to put the numbers. Take the first one. 1 1 1 2 1 3 1 4 1 5 1 6 2 1 2 2 2 3 2 4 2 5 2 6 3 1 3 2 3 3 3 4 3 5 3 6 1 4 1 4 2 4 3 4 4 4 5 4 6. Like that only you should put. Okay. Till 6 6 you should put the numbers. Then I'll tell you, I can give guarantee. Okay, if you toss if you do this experiment and see, the outcome you got will not be exceeding this group. It will be inside this group definitely. I can give guarantee to that. Okay. Next, third one. If A is an event of a random experiment such that P of A is nothing but P of A dash equal to 17 is to 15 and N of 5 equal to 648. Then find P A dash and N of A. So they have given the ratio is nothing but 17 is to 15. Okay. First of all, P of A is nothing but 17 by 32. Okay. So when you add the numbers 17 and 15, you will get 32. So put the denominator as 32 and P of A dash is nothing but 15 by 32. Okay, then P of A equal to 17 by 32, which is nothing but when you multiply it by 20 and 20, you will get 340 by 640. Therefore, N of A is nothing but 340. You know the formula. What is the formula? P of E equal to N of E by N of S. I told you, probability of occurring an event is nothing but the number of possible chances and the total number of possible outcomes. So, the number of chances for P of A is nothing but 17 and the total chances will be 32. P of A dash means another event, the opposite. The dash denotes the opposite event. So let us take this is for raining and this is for not raining. So if the probability of raining is that is the number of possibilities is 72, then the total number of possibilities is 32. Sorry, this is 17 and 32. P of A is nothing but when you multiply it by 20 and 20, you will get 640 and 340. Okay, they have given what N of S, that is total number of sample spaces 640. Okay, so you can easily find out if it is 17, 32 and the total space number of sample space is 640, then what is N of S N of E you can easily find out. So N of E means that is from the formula P of E and N of E. So P of A and N of A. So the N of A value is 340. Okay. A coin is tossed thrice. Thrice means 3 times a coin is tossed. What is the probability of getting 2 consecutive tails? Consecutive means the next values. You should keep this in mind because this word is very important in mathematics. Okay, consecutive means next. So they are asking what is the possibility to get consecutive tails, that is 2 tails or 3 tails may be taken. So consecutive head. So you should first write outcomes. Okay, what are the possible outcomes? You should write. Open the curly braces and you start writing what are the outcomes, possible outcomes for that. So HHH, HTT, HTH, HHT, HTT, THT, TTH, TTT. Okay, so consecutive tails enga varudanu parunga. So consecutive means inge oru tail da irukku, so you can inge tail illa, so you should not. HTH, only one tail is there. HT, HHT, one T is there. HTT, consecutive means 2 is enough. When you get 2, you can you've got 1. So one engage. Then THT, no. TTH, yes, you have consecutive tail. Next value tail irukonu. So TTH, TTT, this is also consecutive because minimum is 2, maximum can be anything. So minimum 2 means you can take the first 2 or the last 2. You will get TTT. So 2 consecutive tails is 3 times. So N of F. Okay, N of F equal to 3. N of 0 equal to 8. Okay, P equal to N of F by N of O. Sorry, this is not 0, this is O. It can be called as sample space. Okay, which is 3 by 8. Totally there are 8 outcomes and you are favored with 3. Then your probability will be 3 by 8. Fifth question. A fetal cards bearing numbers 1 to 1000. Okay, a card. Okay, so many cards are there bearing the numbers. That is, it has numbers written 1 to 1000 on them. So one number on one card and put in the box. Okay, you should have 1000 cards for 1000 numbers, and we are putting into the card, putting the cards into a box. Okay, each player selects one card at random. Okay, players are asked to take one card from the box, and the card is not replaced. That is, if you take that is one will be not 2 times, only one times 1 will be kept inside the box. Okay, it will not be replaced. If the selected card has perfect square number greater than 500, the player wins a prize. They told perfect square number greater than 500. Okay, if a player selects like that number, so he'll get a prize. Okay, he wins a prize. What is the probability that the player wins a prize, the second player wins a prize if the first has 1? Okay, so first sample space enna paakano, that is the total possible outcomes. Adu enna paakano. So 21 square is less than 500. It is 441. Okay, so more than 500 only they have asked. So 22 square, 23, 31 and 32. That is till 31 to 32, because 1000 only is the limit. Okay, I wrote here because 1000 only is a limit. So because 1 to 1000 will be only written. So how can you select 1024 from only 1000 cards? So you cannot select. So this is wrong. Till this can be accepted. So from 23. Okay, so 22 square also 484. This is also is rejected. From 23, it is greater than 529. That is, it is greater than 500. So you can select from 23 to 31. 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 30. Okay, has squares below 500 and 1000. Okay, so P is the first player wins a prize. Let P be the first player wins the prize. So his probability will be the number of favorable outcomes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Favorable means if he get any of these square numbers, then what he will get? He'll get a prize. So the favorable outcome will be 9 and the total number of outcomes will be 1000. Because total is 1000 cards present in the box. So he can take anything. He cannot take that favorable cards also. There is a chance. Okay, but the total is nothing but 1000. Then P, second player wins if the first has 1. நல்லா புரிஞ்சுக்கணும். ஓகே, ஸோ இப்போது ஃபஸ்ட்டு ஒருத்தர் வந்து அந்த 1000 கார்ட்லேருந்து இப்போது let us say he took 529. அந்த ஃபர்ஸ்ட் பிளேயர் 529 அப்படின்ற நம்பரை அவர் எடுத்திருக்கார். ஸோ ஹீஸ் அ வின்னர் நவ் பிகாஸ் அது ஒரு பர்ஃபெக்ட் ஸ்கொயர் நம்பர். ஸோ அவர் ஒரு ப்ரைஸ் வாங்கிட்டு போயிடுவார். அண்ட் ஆல்சோ ரீப்ளேஸ்டுனா என்ன சொன்னாங்கன்னா ஒரே மாதிரி 2 கார்டு இருக்காது. ஸோ 529 அப்படின்ற நம்பர் அந்த பாக்ஸை விட்டு போயிடும். தட் மீன்ஸ் ஒரு ஃபேவரபிள் சான்ஸ் போயிடுச்சு. டோட்டல் ஃபேவரபிள் சான்ஸில் ஒரு ஃபேவரபிள் சான்ஸ் போயிடுச்சு அப்படின்னு அர்த்தம். ஸோ ரிமைனிங்கை வச்சு தான் நீங்கள் செகண்ட் பிளேயர் வின் பண்ணுறதுக்கான சான்ஸ் உங்களால் உருவாக்க முடியும். நல்லா புரிஞ்சுக்கணும். பிகாஸ் ப்ராபபிலிட்டி இஸ் வெரி வெரி ஈஸி வென் யூ அண்டர்ஸ்டாண்ட் இட். ஓகே, ஸோ த செகண்ட் பிளேயர்ஸ் வின்னிங் சான்ஸ் வில் பி 8. ஓகே, பிகாஸ் இது 9 ஸ்கொயர்ஸ், அதாவது 9 நம்பர்ஸோட ஸ்கொயர்ஸ் வந்து நமக்கோட ஃபேவரபிள் அவுட்கம். அதில் அந்த 9 ஸ்கொயர்ஸில் எது எடுத்தாலும் நமக்கு ப்ரைஸ். பட் ஆல்ரெடி ஒருத்தர் ஒரு கார்டு எடுத்துகிட்டு போயாச்சு. ஓகே, ஸோ ஒரு கார்டு போயிடுச்சு அப்படின்னா பாக்கி உள்ள ஃபேவரபிள் கார்ட்ஸ் 8 தான். ஓகே, அதாவது நான் இது சொன்னேன் இல்லையா 529 அவர் எடுத்தார் அப்படின்னு. ஸோ 529 அவர் எடுத்துட்டாருன்னா பாக்கி உள்ளது தான் செகண்ட் பிளேயரோட சான்ஸ். So it is nothing but 8 chance and the total is also 1000ல இருந்தும் ஒரு கார்டு போயாச்சு. ஃபேவரபிள் அவுட்கம்ஸ்லேருந்து ஒரு கார்டு போயாச்சு, 1000லேருந்தும் அதாவது ஒரு சாதாரணமான ஒரு கார்டு எடுத்துட்டாலே 1000லேருந்து போச்சு. பட் ஹியர்ஸ் 1 அப்படின்னா 9லேருந்து 1 போச்சு, 1000லேருந்து 1 போச்சு. ஸோ யூல் கெட் 8/999. இட் இஸ் வெரி வெரி ஈஸி when you understand. Okay.